Hey everyone, this is Patrick with RightFit. We have been live for a week now. It's been super exciting. We've met some really passionate people who believe in what we're doing, who've given us great feedback. And looking at our map here, we're already expanding. We're in different states across the U.S. and we're excited to keep growing with everyone. As sort of a celebration today of that week, I wanted to walk through something that's really important in our platform for potential clients. And this is basically our survey that's going to match them to mental health professionals based on certain preferences. We also, I want to do this for another reason, and that is that we are asking therapists and encouraging therapists to be more personal in their profiles. So I think it only makes sense that we as founders are just as open with our own mental health experiences, because that's really what started all of this for us. So to get started, I'll click over here and click Match to Therapists. It'll take you into the survey. It starts with some administrative questions. So when during the week would you most like to see a counselor / coach / therapist? So for me, it's going to have to be weekday nights. That's, right now I'm doing a lot of work on RightFit, and that's just going to be the best time for me. How would I like to pay for counseling / therapy? Looking at my insurance right now, I think it's going to have to be self-pay. Then we'll go into presenting problems. This is where you can really explain what you're looking to work on and what you need at that moment. You can also select multiple that apply. So you don't just have to pick one of these. Personally, for me, I think I need a space where I can process things going on in my day-to-day life. I've compartmentalized a lot of things in the last year, kind of put my head down and worked super hard on RightFit. And I think a lot of people share that experience, but I think it's time to talk about a lot of these things and really work through them. What approach and structure would I most like to hear from my therapist? So I tend to be more flexible. I love the idea of homework between sessions because it means that I'm holding myself accountable and I'm taking what I learn in therapy and applying it to my day-to-day life. That being said, I don't always want homework. So I would select this. And then next we'll talk about therapy style. Conversational style here in this top question. I need direct and challenging. I need someone to call me out. I need someone to challenge everything, really. And then this is a really important question, we believe. So do you have a preference on cursing when working with your therapist? It seems pretty straightforward, but we believe it answers so much more than just the question you see on the page. So personally, hell yeah, I would like a therapist that I'm comfortable cursing with, because I think that's important to building rapport and how everything is going to work with your therapist. And then here's our animal question. So we are super proud of this. We think it's such a valuable tool for allowing individuals to visualize who they're going to be working with. So you have different options here. And like some of the other questions, this can change over time. I know personally right now I'm looking for someone to challenge me. But there are some days where I need the dog. I need that warm hug. But today I'm feeling like I need the lion who's going to challenge every thought and really help me get out of some of the negative thought patterns that I have related to the uncertainty of starting a company, basically. And then finally, personality fit. So I'm 29, turning 30 this year. I think I need a therapist in their 30s because I may have an existential crisis related to turning 30, to be honest there. And then would you like to see a therapist that has a certain political preference? For me, I have a political preference, but for what I want to talk about and work on, I don't really see how that's relevant in this case. So it's like no preference here. A therapist skilled in understanding and adapting to the LGBTQ plus community. I am not part of that community, but we wanted to make sure to ask this question because it's really important that people feel comfortable with their therapist. And then finally, a therapist skilled in understanding and adapting to any of the following cultures. I'm a white guy. But I don't really feel like the things I want to work on right now, I don't feel like my culture and my ethnicity really are a huge factor in that. So I'd select no preference. And then you can click next. You can continue as guest. And then you can see your results. And you can see what you matched on. So I matched 73% with Ann. And this is what I matched on. And that's the survey. There you go.